stock forex trading? Do people understand the risks? What is the image of forex trading in Nigeria? Amidst the rise of Ponzi schemes, as we recall the recent protest in Abuja held by the quote-unquote MBA forex investors. Overall, if you're making money from forex trading, why would you want to teach others? Questions, questions, questions. Joining us to answer those questions, Michael Udo, Head of Sales and Operations at Infinox Nigeria, joins me now to discuss. Michael, you're welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, how would you characterize the image of forex trading?
So basically right now in Nigeria, the image of Forex has received a lot of negative press and a lot of bashing in Nigeria.
I'm glad you're being honest.
Yes, of course, I gotta be honest.
Okay.
But however,
all right,
those giving these batches to the image of Forex are people that have little or no knowledge about what Forex is in total.
Okay.
So, and which is one of the reasons why we thought it necessary to have this sort of campaign to re-educate people of what Forex is. Forex involves trading, involves risk, right? But most people in Nigeria don't understand that for you to play in this industry, you need education, you need skill, and it requires time and patience to understand it. But Nigerians, majorly, we want it now, we want it tomorrow. Therefore, we fall victims into people that are having a sort of schemes to say, bring X and get Y. So basically, Forex is a legitimate business. It's not a Ponzi, but different people are running it in different models.
Okay. Whose job is it to you mentioned risk. Whose job is it to properly inform would-be investors about the risks behind forex trading?
The investors themselves are primarily responsible.
So they hold their own.
Exactly. So
how much are you? If you percentage, how much are you allocating to the investor?
Okay, let me give you an example.
Uh-huh.
So you want to take a car out there. Who is responsible to tell you about the risk involved in wearing your seatbelt?
Well, I mean, you have to take the responsibility.
Exactly.
Right.
So when it comes to forex trading, you take responsibility first. The people who actually will teach you how it's done.
Uh-huh.
But the problem is most people are not even patient to want to learn. You hear people saying, I want to learn how to do it today, and I want to make $1 million tomorrow.
Okay.
It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires patience and consistency in actually learning and understanding what it is.
I've told people, and look, full disclosure here, I've warned people against forex trading, highly risky. I've told people, like some online platforms offer practice accounts, where you can use Monopoly money and practice using real live market conditions for like 6 months, a year, 2 years, before you can now jump in and actually use your actual money. So what about practice? What about the need to practice and understand?
What are you practicing on if you don't have the skill? So skill is first. Get the skill, get the knowledge. So the habit of how much can I make in the next 1 week should be eliminated.
Okay.
Get to understand the basic, what drives the market, and then you can practice. All right?
Okay.
So let me give a bit overview. I want to bring an example back home of what happened with CBN and what's it called, the BDCs.
Right.
If you're a forex trader and you knew that when that policy was going to be released, that the exchange rate could be affected one way or the other.
Right.
If you have analyzed and you think it's going to be a positive impact, what would you do?
Oh,
you buy as much
again.
dollar as you could, so when the policy is out, you sell and make your premium, right? And then what if something happens and then that policy is not released after you've bought as much dollars?
You lose.
Then you lose.
You lose a lot.
That's what forex traders do.
You lose your shirt.
So what you're doing is you're looking at different markets, different economy, different currencies and commodities. What is affecting, what is driving the price? A very good example is stock trading. Let's assume we have a rise on the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Hey, Arise Play. We just launched Arise Play. Arise Play would be one of the top traded stocks on the exchange. Yes,
So when you're there, so as an investor, what will I do? I want to get to understand what's the management around Arise structure and how you're improving so I can invest in those stocks. So I need knowledge about Arise to either buy or sell. So if I know the stock is going to appreciate tomorrow, I buy today. If it's going to depreciate, I sell. That's what forex trading is. But the problem is, a lot of us are in a hurry to get to trade without having that skill and knowledge. So I go on Instagram, Facebook, and I see someone posting different results, how he made $1 million the next day, and you say, you know what, can I have this $100,000? Make it 1 million for me in the next 24 hours.
So
that is the mindset.
They're greedy. Okay, so look, the thing, Michael, if we're using Arise now, so Arise it's the Rise Media Group. You've got the sister publication This Day, which sells X amount of copies. This Day actually made news by with a WhatsApp deal being published on WhatsApp with MTN the other day, made the announcement. So they are fundamentals because it's a company with physical structures, and you have Arise Play, then you've got the Arise television and so on. With FX, It's not a company, right?
No, it's the same thing.
You know,
So let me explain.
Okay.
Okay. So in FX, let me use a particular pair. There's a pair called the Euro USD.
Right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So Euro, what country does it belong to?
The Eurozone.
Exactly. And then USD?
Is the America.
Exactly. So what you're doing as a trader is comparing the policies from different countries and seeing, okay, which one would give which one strength, and then you buy. If it's good, that's what it is.
Okay.
So it's a bit, you need to learn how it's done.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Why would anyone who is making money off Forex in their own living room or in their study want to go out and start teaching people?
Okay.
Why?
So basically, there are different reasons why someone wants to do that.
Okay.
Some people could just be passionate about reaching out to people. Looking at our economy today, we can see that a whole lot of us are struggling to make
ends meet.
Yes, there was something I saw on social media that says that if you save $1 every day
for a whole year, you won't make up to $1, right?
So if you understand that, and then you feel you are making money, you're comfortable with yourself, and you feel pain around your environment, because if you are making a lot of money, you're comfortable, your environment is not safe, you're also not safe. So that could be a reason for someone to want to say, you know what, I want to do this to be able to empower the people around me so that the responsibility is not so much.
We've only got a couple of minutes. I have to admit very quickly. Your business model at Infinox, you have people essentially copy trades that are done by actual real-life traders, right? Who sit on trading terminals for 24 hours a day. Why would anyone very quickly want to put their destiny in the hands of a trader that they don't know? Okay,
so what we do is, for traders on our platform, right? What we have done is we have selected them, check what they've done the last 3 months, for instance, and see how consistent they've been. And we'll say, okay, you know what, these are people that we have checked that the profiles are good. However, you have 100% of the control in your hands. You're not giving money to anybody. All right? So you're just downloading an app and linking your account and copying somebody who is doing well.
Michael.
Yes. But however, I understand that it looks complex.
It's
but
risk. I think it's risk. It's the risk.
So I'll tell you what, right? Everything is risky. You need to understand what the risk is
before you jump in,
which is where education is necessary.
Very quickly, Ponzi schemes. You saw the protests in Abuja, NBA Forex, people protesting in front of the EFCC building. The role of the regulator in trying to clamp down on Ponzi schemes associated with a lot of these, some of these, trading outfits. How important is it for them to step up?
I think it's essentially important for the regulators to step in and regulate, because there's a difference between to take away the boys and the men. Now, because Nigerians are very, I don't know if it's good right to use the word gullible. They want, if I come to you, because some people have rent to pay tomorrow, school fees, they just want to double the money overnight. And some people are taking advantage of that greed. And say, you know what, bring this money, we'll make it this much for you. And people jump in, and the next minute, it's all gone. So I think it's important to have regulations in place that sort of differentiates who is doing what and sort of give a guidance into what happens to the general public. But education about this is extremely necessary.
I'm glad you've hit on the education. You hit on education, I hit on risk. And together we inform people.
They go side by side.
Right.
So if you look at, like the education I talked about, the example I give with CBN, right? That's if you have that knowledge, that's education.
Right.
So the risk is if you had bought so much,
depending on how
and then
things
the policy didn't turn out the way you wanted
then you
should say, okay, you know what? I bought at, let's say, 450. If the price goes to 440, you know what? I'll just take this and sell off. You have managed your risk as opposed to just waiting for the price to go down to one.
We got to go.
Exactly.
Great stuff. Michael, excellent stuff. Michael Udo, Head of Sales and Operations at Infinox Nigeria. Thanks for talking to us about the education and risk of Forex trading.